What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about reselling shoes from Plato's Closet. So in one of the videos that I posted last week, somebody left a comment that said, do you guys ever source inventory from Plato's Closet? They reminded us that Plato's Closet sometimes has crazy clearance sales where they clear out like a whole bunch of clothing at 70% off, and sometimes shoes as well at 70% off. So we figured yesterday we might as well stop into Plato's Closet on the way to our warehouse and at least see if they had any inventory that was worth buying and then reselling online. So that's what we did. We went to Plato's Closet, looked through some of the clothing. Most of it was brands that are like kind of generic, brands that aren't really worth that much to resell online. A lot of like the men's shirts were brands like, you know, Polo Ralph Lauren. There was even like Apartment 9 brand in there. What were some of the other ones? A lot of like generic Nike and Adidas, a lot of like mall brands that they're just not worth as much money online for us anyway. But what they lacked in clothing inventory for us to sell, we more than made up in shoes. So the shoe inventory was really good. Now we don't really know the value of like a lot of the Jordans and the Nikes. What we do know really well are like running shoes and CrossFit shoes. We do really well reselling these online. So when I saw these there for, you know, between $12 to $16, I knew that there was profit in these shoes. So we actually ended up buying 5 pairs of shoes at Plato's Closet. And what I figured we could do is just like jump on YouTube and show you guys the breakdown of what shoes we bought, why we bought them, and how much we feel we'll be able to resell them for, and then how much profit that'll generate for us after everything is said and done. So with that being said, let's go through the 5 pairs of shoes that we bought from Plato's Closet. So first of all, how much did we pay? Well, like I said, the prices ranged from around $10 to around $16, but on average, if you break it down, we paid $70.31, so it works out to just over $14 a pair. So we'll start with these Reebok CrossFit high top men's shoes. I believe they're they're a men's size 11. These are really good. Like I said, Reebok CrossFit sells very well for us. The biggest thing with these is to make sure that they're not too worn out. So you have to look at the soles of these shoes, sometimes give them a nice bend to make sure that they're not like cracking and old. A lot of CrossFitters will like wear their shoes to death. So make sure that they are in decent condition before you pick them up. These ones are actually in really, really good condition. And the resale value on these for us is around $80 on eBay. So even used like this, because they're a good size and they're a good colorway, this like gray on, it's like a light gray on dark gray. These are great shoes for us, and we should get, like I said, around $80 for them at the end of the day. Next up are these Reebok CrossFit shoes. These are the ones with like the built-in Kevlar in them. The model of them is CR5FT, and I think these are also a size 11. They're a size 11 and a half men's shoes. And again, great condition. Very little wear to them at all. There's a few like little wear spots to them, like the Reebok logo here is faded off a little bit, but all around, they're in very good condition. I would say probably like an 8 or 9 out of 10. So these shoes in the eBay resale market, we should be able to get right around $50 for them. By the way, guys, when I'm talking about the prices that we get for these shoes, I am including shipping in that because with our account on 99% of the stuff that we sell, we offer free shipping. So if I'm saying $80, that's shipping and handling included. Again, $50, shipping is included in that. Okay, up next are these women's CrossFit shoes. Again, Reebok CrossFit shoes. We've just done really well with these in the past. These ones aren't worth quite as much money. I believe the model of these ones is called a Nano 3. A lot of people really love these shoes because the soles are nice and flat. So for like doing deadlifts and stuff, they work very well for that. So these purple Nanos, now these ones were in the clearance section at Plato's Closet, so they were 70% off of the marked price. So we only paid like $4 for these shoes, but again, I just averaged everything out and we're talking about $14 a pair. So again, the purple Nanos, I feel we should be able to get around $35 for these, shipping included on eBay. The next one's up. We've actually sold this shoe, not exactly the same size, but we've sold this like style of shoe. They're called Gel Nusa Tri, and then there's different models. So like these are the Gel Nusa Tri 7s. They are Asics brand. We sold this same like model shoe multiple times. So love selling this shoe. We know we can get decent money for them. Again, as long as they're in good condition. With running shoes, you really want to check the heels, right? Because a lot of people, when they run, they heel strike like that, okay? So when they run, they're striking on the heel, and a lot of the time, that's the first thing to wear out. So you want to make sure that that is in good condition. These ones are in pretty much excellent condition, I would say. The colors on them are crazy. A lot of people really like these shoes. They swear by them. So these gel nooses, I would expect to get right around 55 bucks for them. And then the last pair that we got from Plato's Closet are these Hoka 1-1 shoes. Really good running shoes. A lot of people like to wear them. The other market for them is like doctors and nurses. A lot of people wear these just because they're like nice and thick and very comfortable. But they are running shoes, and a lot of runners really swear by this brand. We haven't sold this exact model before, but we have sold quite a few of these in the past. These are a size men's 10.5, and again, they're in very good condition. Checked through them, did the old sole bend test to make sure that there's no cracking or the shoe's not coming apart from the sole, and they're in great condition. So these Hoka shoes, we should get right around $70 in the resale market on eBay, which again, great price on them. I think we paid $14 or $16 for these, but again, averaging it out, it's 14 bucks a pair, reselling for around $70 on eBay. So those are the 5 pairs that we bought from Plato's Closet. Let's break down the total profit that we're expecting from after all of them have been sold. So my total spent after tax was $70.31. If all goes as we plan it to go, we should get a gross amount of $290 for them. Selling fees, so eBay's 10% fee, PayPal's 2.9% fee. On all of the shoes, our selling fees will equal right around $38. And then shipping fees, remember, like I said, we include shipping in the price of the item when we sell it. So shipping fees, I'm averaging out to $10 per pair, which I feel is pretty average for us when you're shipping out shoes. So shipping on 5 pairs, 10 bucks a pair, $50 is what we expect. And then going back to our cost of goods, $70.31. That's with tax included. So $70.31 is what we paid from Plato's Closet. So if you take out those fees and those costs of goods, we're left with a gross profit of $130. Now again, it's gross profit because I haven't taken out taxes or like travel time and gas, and obviously we have overhead, we have a warehouse to take care of, but $130 gross amount after fees and cost of goods is what we expect to get out of these 5 pairs of shoes. And then we get the question all the time, what does that break down to on an hourly basis? We know that a lot of people who watch our channel resell part-time, not a lot of people are full-time. Most of you guys are like sourcing on your lunch break or sourcing on the weekends. So breaking it down on an hourly basis, right? So we're in Plato's Closet for right around 30 minutes. And then the time spent to get really good pictures of these items and then list the items on eBay, we're gonna give that around an hour. An hour is a long time, but that's what we're gonna allocate towards listing and taking pictures. So 1 hour to get all your pictures done, upload them, and write your descriptions and get the items listed on eBay. And then you have your shipping time. We're gonna say another 30 minutes to ship these items. Shouldn't really take you 30 minutes to ship out 5 items, but again, we're gonna say, you know, as they sell, grabbing them, packaging them nicely, you're taking your time to ship them the right way. We'll take 30 minutes and allocate that to shipping them out. So if you take your gross profit of $130 and then you take your actual time spent on working to find the inventory, list it, and ship it, you're talking about 2 hours of actual time, of actual work into getting the items sold, which works out to $65 an hour. So for those of you who are working part-time, or for those of you who are maybe thinking about getting into reselling, to make $65 an hour, just kind of messing around going into Plato's Closet I think is a really good gig, you know? So if you're like a stay-at-home mom, or if you're in college and looking for some extra income, or if you're just looking to like kind of supplement what you're doing, I honestly think that doing stuff like this, just sourcing shoes, maybe from Plato's Closet and thrift stores, and sometimes Burlington, Coat Factory, sometimes Ross and TJ Maxx, there's many places where you can go and source only shoes. And shoes is something that everybody always needs. It's a consumable, right? Everybody wears shoes, everybody wears their shoes out, and then everybody has to go and buy new shoes again. So that's why we love to sell shoes, and I think it's a really good way to get into the reselling market. Start looking for shoes, used and new. Just make sure that the profit margin is there. Make sure that you actually know your numbers. Break it down by how much you're actually making an hour, and that should benefit what you're doing greatly. Anyway, guys, that was our experience with buying and then hopefully selling shoes from Plato's Closet. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button for us and subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed yet. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm Ryan Roots, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out. Bye.